Right, it looks like we're all settled. Good afternoon to you, colleagues, all guests that are here, special guests, our keynote speaker, Prof. Trucha, the class of 2023 BPharm 1s, the reason that we are here today. Before I proceed, I would like to indicate to you that the first year oath is a very special occasion in the pharmacy department calendar. And Aristotle once said that educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. By that, in your context, it means that we need to produce pharmacists that have got kindness, that have got care for the patients, that have got compassion. I know that many of you are going to say now, well, Mr. Masebe, we're not seeing patients, we're not handling patients. But the little that you can do at this stage in your career is that you uphold the dignity and honor of the profession of pharmacy by being honest in little things such as your assignments and tests. Before I proceed any further, I would like now to call upon our acting HOD, Dr. Fogarty, to come and welcome you all here. Dr. Fogarty has been a pharmacist for more than 25 years. That's quite an experience. And she has been an academic for 15 years, in other words, working at Nelson Mandela University Pharmacy Department. She took over earlier this year in March to act as an HOD. The other roles that she is involved in, she's an examiner and moderator for Pharmacist Assistant External Integrated Summative Assessment for the South African Pharmacy Council. She's also in addition to that, she's part of the accreditation and monitoring team for the new occupational certificates for pharmacy support personnel, and also she serves on the International Pharmaceutical Federation Advisory Committee for Pharmacy Technicians. Over to you, Dr. Fogarty.
Good afternoon, everyone. It really is a privilege to be able to stand here in front of so many of our future pharmacists. And I hope that you're sitting here and that you're thinking of yourself as a future pharmacist and not just as a first-year student. And so, we started this pledge last year because we felt that it was imperative that our health science students understand that health professions sets them apart from other professions and other jobs, if I can put it that way. The enormity of what it is to be a pharmacist or to be in health science and having your patient's best interests at hand. I don't want to talk too much about being a pharmacist and what the pledge means because we have other speakers that are going to speak about that. So welcome. Thank you for being here. I see some faces, I presume are parents. So thank you to those of you that are parents that are here. Thank you to our staff who are here as well, that are going to carry you, assist in carrying you. No, they're not going to carry you. They're going to come alongside you and help you be successful in your studies. But most importantly, we want to develop you and we want to grow you into the best pharmacist that you can be going forward. Thank you. So it gives me great pleasure now to introduce to you our keynote speaker. And our keynote speaker is one of our own, Prof. Ilse Trucha. Prof. Trucha, well, I'll start with Ilse Trucha, is a distinguished professor in the Department of Pharmacy, and she is the leader of our drug utilization unit at Nelson Mandela University. She's also the director of the School of the Clinical Care and Medicinal Sciences in the Faculty of Health Sciences, in which the pharmacy department is housed. Hold your breath. Any guesses how many degrees Prof. Trucha maybe holds? 4? 5? Keep going. 7. 7 degrees. I hope that is inspiring to you. Of those 7 degrees, 2 of those are doctorates. 1 in pharmacy and 1 in, anybody, any guesses? Business. Yes, who said business? Well done. Sorry, I don't have prizes for you or marks. But of course, she is first and foremost a registered pharmacist. She's completed the International Accredited Travel Medicine course. She's a member of the World Health Organization International Working Group for Drug Statistics Methodology. She's authored 134 peer-reviewed research articles, 4 chapters in books, 163 articles in local or professional journals. She supervised 39 master's and doctoral students to completion. She is on the National Research Foundation B-rated researcher. And now you might think a B is not as good as an A. Let me tell you, at this university we have such a small percentage of B-rated researchers. It is a phenomenal achievement to become a B-rated researcher on the NRF. So you are in good company here, and Prof. Truter will be an inspiration to you, and I know that she's got, in her keynote address, she is going to inspire you. She's an elected member of the South African Pharmacy Council, currently the Vice Chairperson of the Cape Midlands branch of the Pharmaceutical Society of South Africa, and a council member of the South African Association of Health Educationalists. Does she have time for anything else? Yes! She also loves traveling, photography, and nature. Prof. Truter, welcome to the stage, and we look forward to hearing from you.
Afternoon, BPharm 1 students, colleagues, friends, parents. Thank you for the opportunity. No pressure on me this afternoon, eh? Thank you, Dr. Fogarty. It is really indeed a privilege to be here with you this afternoon. Dr. Fogarty forgot to say I'm also slightly older than most other people, so I had a little bit more time to do all these things. It's not my days that are longer. The years are a few more. It is a privilege to be here with you. Your journey begins, or must I say, your journey has already started into a profession. And today is actually a very important day because this is, I don't want to say the beginning of your journey, because your journey started January already, but you are inducted into an oath into the profession today. I wish I could look each one of you in your eye and say to you, each one of you, I think it's 109 of you this afternoon, something like that. I wish I had the time to say to each one of you separately, you are special, you are unique, you are that one little fish that is jumping out and going to make a difference in the community where you're going to be placed, the community that you're going to be served in the very near future, because time flies. You need to have certain skills to be able to achieve that. Okay, so I say to you, you are unique. In pharmacy, we always talk about evidence-based medicine. So we want proof of everything. So why am I saying to you, you are unique? And you're in a unique profession because we've got the International Pharmacy Federation. It is our big federation, big organization worldwide. 76% of all pharmacists are part of this in the world. Or they've got the statistics also of 76% of all the countries in the world. There are approximately just over 4 million pharmacists in the world. Okay, we've got just over 100 of pharmacy students sitting in front of us today, and in 4 years from now, you're going to start with your internship, community service, and also become a registered pharmacist. So we're not talking about a profession with millions of members in the world. Of those 4 million, only 2.8 pharmacists are actively practicing. I couldn't get later statistics. This is the year 2017. Okay, so that puts in perspective how special you are. Then, if we look in South Africa, we've got 19,500 pharmacists, 19,400 pharmacists. That is statistics downloaded yesterday evening from Pharmacy Council website. If you look at our metro, we've got approximately 1.3 million inhabitants. Okay, so if you put all the people living in our metro and you double them, that is how many pharmacists are actively practicing at the moment in the world. Okay, so you should realize how special and how unique you are going to be. You're already in the process of becoming one of these very uniquely qualified pharmacists with a specialized knowledge. South Africa has a population of just over 60 million. We do not have nearly enough pharmacists per 10,000 or 100,000, however we want to express it, pharmacists in South Africa. And you can, you can go onto the foundation, pharmacy, the FIP website, and you can actually see that we have a scarcity of pharmacists in our country. You are here this afternoon because there's an oath. What is the characteristics of a profession? Oaths and pledges are part and parcel of being a professional. So there's a unique responsibility on you. You're going to gain, in the next 3.5 years, very specialized theoretical knowledge. We're also building into the curriculum practical knowledge. Doing your internship and doing your community service, you're going to further your practical application of your theoretical knowledge. We're all lifelong learners as pharmacists, so it never stops. We're in a profession, exciting profession, because it's not standing still. There are new medicines coming onto the market every single day. It is exciting to be in a dynamic profession. You're going to be held accountable for your actions. Whatever you do, you need to think carefully, and you need to weigh up the benefits, the risks, because you're dealing with people. You're dealing with something that is very special. Medicine it's chemical entities that people are putting inside their bodies. It is a specialized field. Specialized theoretical knowledge, institutional preparation. There are only 9 pharmacy schools in South Africa. They are registered to provide the training. We've got our statutory council, the South African Pharmacy Council, that must approve. They, later this year, early September, they come to accredit. So it's institutional preparation. There are guidelines for that. Autonomy. When you work in practice, you're often going to be on your own, and you will have to make decisions without a big safety net around you. You are going to be accountable for those decisions, but you're going to work on your own a lot of the times. We talk about in professions, not customers, but we talk about clients, and if it's a patient who is not feeling well, who has a disease, it's a patient. So we're serving clients and patients rather than customers. We work directly with our clients, patients. If we only sell something that is not medicinal in pharmacy, it's a customer. But we interact on a daily basis with our clients, patients, customers on a individual one-on-one. And then most of us work in an environment where we've got colleagues around us. So direct working relationships. And then there are codes of conduct that guides us. So if we look at an oath, a solemn promise, often invoking a divine witness regarding one's future action or behavior. So this afternoon you are you are introduced to the oath, the first year oath in the Department of Pharmacy, Faculty of Health Sciences. The most famous oath in medicine is the Hippocratic Oath. In its original form, it required every new medical doctor to uphold specific ethical standards. And that's also your oath, but different. Our oath is different to those of the Hippocratic Oath. It is part of all the professions. All 5 our departments in our School of Clinical Care and Medicinal Sciences have an oath. Some of you may know the nurses have a little lamp that they carry. In Afrikaans, we always refer to them as the lampie ceremony that they've got. Our EMC, emergency medical care practitioners, they've got a different type of oath. So we've got our pharmacy oath that you are going to, in your 4th year, you've also, like today, you're formally going to recite or together say the oath in front of the public, and that is your undertaking then. The difference between a pledge or an oath, I leave this to you to go and investigate a little bit further. A pledge is a straightforward promise, usually. An oath is a solemn promise made in front of something else, somebody else, to affirm the truth of a pledge. So it's very fine, but they're complementary, the two terms. It's not exactly the same. You can read up about that. You know, when new presidents are inaugurated, they often you will see they do this, or they will put their hand on their heart, or they will put their hand on a Bible, or the religious book of their whatever their religion is. When they swear, they agree to a divine, a different body about what they promise to do. Okay, so the profession of pharmacy, we have an oath. We also are symbols in our profession are our mortar and pestle, and then our white coats. So just a little story about the white coats. There's something like white coat hypertension, high blood pressure. If you go many times, you will in a pharmacy, you will see that person will come in and say, my blood pressure is very low, please measure it, please confirm. And then suddenly the blood pressure is no longer that low. White coat hypertension, they see the white coat, little bit of anxiety, I'm speaking to a doctor now, or speaking to a pharmacist in our case, then the blood pressure, it is documented, the impact of perceived hypertension status on anxiety and the white coat effect. So it's interesting to be a pharmacist because people, and it's good in a way because it shows us that we're respected as professionals. Okay, so the clinical significance of white coat hypertension, you can go and read by how many millimeters mercury, usually the blood pressure increases when they see somebody standing in front of them with a white coat. Okay, so are you, because you're so special, and you're going to earn big salaries? Are you? Are you in here for the money? Are you in the profession for the money? We all hope, no? We all have the high hopes. Okay, so the reality is yes, professions usually are paid, professionals paid a little bit more, but the profession is not about money. We are here to serve. It's not about me and I, it's about us. It is about us as a healthcare team, and it is about us being there for the profession. Money comes to you when you don't chase it, because if you enjoy what you do, and you do it with a passion in your heart, the money always, most of the times, that it will come to you, because you're living your dream. And I hope you are all busy living your dream of becoming a pharmacist. There are people so poor that the only thing they have is money. Okay, so money is not everything. Money is important. I know your age group, it's important, but you get to a point where you realize it's actually your other things in life that are also very important. The things that money can't buy, you can read to them. Moral, respect, trust, patience, character, class, integrity. These things are the skills that you need to work on. You can't buy these skills. No money can buy these skills. It is you as a person that needs to develop the inside of yourself, your behavior, the norms, the things that you believe in, how you're going to treat your patients and your colleagues. That is your responsibility to grow and develop yourself in that area. So back to Pharmacy Council. If you go onto the website, we've got certain documents that guide us, very important. You already now know about the first two oaths, the ethical rules that is set by Pharmacy Council. There's also a code of conduct, and then whatever we do according to good pharmacy practice, that is focusing on the practice of pharmacy. So if you take a blood pressure, you're governed by certain rules. You do it not in front of all the other customers, you do it in a clinic where there's privacy. So These documents are guiding us, but there's often decisions that we have to make without having a clear document to guide us. Okay, so if we look at the oath, the first thing, integrity is very important. Integrity is also one of the values of our university. If you go onto our website, our university has different values. Integrity, very important. Underpinned by trust, honesty, ethics, and then also our conduct. We all have a moral compass inside us, that gut feel. Am I doing the right thing or am I doing the wrong thing? Listen to your inner and develop that. You need to get to know yourself better by becoming a professional, because often you are going to have the little devil and the little angel sitting. And the one is going to whisper something in the ear. I don't want to charge, tell this patient, this patient looks older. I normally give a discount to older people in my pharmacy. I don't want to, I actually want the money. I'm not going to give the discount. The little devil, and be consistent and be fair and be honest in all your dealings. What you do, you build your character. You are portraying the image of, to the outside world, of who you are, who you want to be. And then there's often at times that we do not know what the right answer is. A textbook cannot help us. I can ask 10 colleagues and they can all give advice. But at the end of the day, I need to make the decision. I'm the professional. So there's a lot of responsibility to be a professional, to be a person that is taking an oath and wearing a white coat and be respected by the people in the community that you serve. So yes, your journey has begun. Life is taking one little step at a time. Pharmacy is not an easy course. You're going to work very hard. You're already working very hard. You're going to work very hard. Be curious, always be curious. Enjoy what you're doing. Take one step at a time. I love this. Live one day, 1 year, 1 hour, 1 minute, 1 second, 1 moment, 1 day at a time. Leave indelible footprints on the minds and the souls, on the people around you, and you will get from them. They will feed you with energy in what you're doing. Because if you are enjoying what you're doing and you're giving your customers, your staff, your colleagues around you, your very best, you will get more than that back as a registered pharmacist, as a human being. The very first step towards success in any occupation is to become interested in it and to remain interested in it as a lifelong learner. My last slide before I'm saying bye-bye to you is the following. Nelson Mandela, our university is named after him. What counts in life is not the mere fact that we have lived. It is what difference we have made to the lives of others. That will determine the significance of the life we lead. Thank you to all of you. I'm wishing you all the best for the next 3.5 years, and thank you. Enjoy this very special afternoon in your career. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prof. Tuta, for those wise words. They really come from the distinguished professor of the university. She started off by indicating to everyone here that as first-year students, you must actually get motivated by the fact that you are unique, you are special. The mere fact that you've made it this far into the pharmacy program, it means you can be able to push through up until one day you see yourself in 4th year. And then Prof also touched on the characteristics of a profession. I'm not going to list all of them, but one of the ones that are important in my life as well is that of accountability and responsibility. Wherever you go, you need to be able to take responsibility for your actions. And Prof also spoke about your homework that she's given in terms of being able to go and differentiate the oath and a pledge. And lastly, Prof mentioned something very important which you will take with you wherever you go. It will always be there, and that is integrity. Yeah, you must be a new a group of professionals that come up with integrity that will be able to uphold and, restore the dignity of our profession of pharmacy. Thank you very much for those words, Prof. All right, moving on, in terms of where we are going now, I'm going to ask Dr. Fokati to also come close in terms of the agenda. I'm calling now the groups. We've got about 6 groups. So I'm going to give 2 instructions. The first one will be for group to stand. And then once that group has stood, I'm going to ask them to move to your right-hand side in the order that you are currently sitting in. So group 1, can you please stand? Okay, so I'm going to call the names in alphabetical order. I understand that you were not sitting in alphabetical order, but now we're only dealing with group 1. Okay, so for group 1, Ajay Frimpong, please on the stage. Natansha. Followed closely by Baloi Akani. Ajay, you're going to stand over there for a photo, ne? No, carry on. Baloi Akani. Yeah. Batis Melissa. Followed by Bonga Esetu. Ulala Chanduko. Butelezi Tinile. Then Butelezi Ngobi. Tele Ngobile. Don't go too fast. Kwele Tamsanga. Kamane Kunisile. Ruvarashe. Favor. Daka. Snokolo. Danga Nompagamiso, Dastile Kutala, Kaila, Lomo, Spesihle, Lunge Namapelo, Dongabe Nosbusiso, and then Farayo Steffi. Fundani, are you there? Okay. Kubule Sikelela. Gumede Zikona. Hiles Afton. Sopesanele. Jennings Donay. Jules Alvira, Kumalo Mpundo, Kibis Babalwe, Kunene Lungisani, Kwanemo Oratile, Likotsi, Mabila Seposizwe, Mabuya Kulu Perfect, Masaba Banele, Basangu Nelisiwe, Makamu, Makopa, Makubalo, and Malachi. Okay, group 3, please stand. Please, can we maintain silence? Yeah, in terms of the audience, you are probably wondering now, what are we doing? This year we've decided that as a welcome token to our first year students, we are going to provide them with badges as a way of welcoming them to our department. Okay, Manager Tebucho in group 3. Manefeld Rachel. Mangoro Mapela. Manyube Sibabaliwe. Mare and Maseko. Mashabela. Masikane. Masondo Kolisani. Mbana Zipelele. Mbana Zipelele, followed by Mbopa Tembakazi. Mkunupiwo Kuhle. Mtakane Kailihle. Okay, feels like you're already in fourth year. Mdleche Lungelo. Mdlokolo Kanyisa. Mdunge Sibonga Konge. Metuko Lebohang. Meyer. Meilunga. Mefukwana Ovayo. Yeah, see. In fact, we're almost at the end of our program. Just the most important part is coming, that of the pledge. Okay, group 4, please stand. Group 4. Please make your way to your left. All right, Mini Mlojwa, Mini Harry, sorry. Mlojwa Amanda. Let's start off with Harry, and then Amanda, Kenneth, Lerato, Chapang, Mpo, Asanda, Oratile, Kayaletu, Anele, Nicole, Singwa, Cynthia, Mvani Cynthia, Longamo, Iviwe, Azola, William, Kanya, Tandile, Sietaba, Nonkazimulo, Usanda, Aliziwe, Yandisa, Onikwa, Alan, Simpiwe, Samukelo, Lithenati, Palisa, Owam, Chekofatso, Jansen, Yanelisa, Tutuzile, Raja, Fatima, Sumelo, and lastly, Sheikh. And last but not least, Group 6. May you please stand? Okay, you guys can come down, come down. Sitole. Wanga, Sitole, followed by Wanga. Followed by Shiksha. Followed by Dangers. Nizan. Kayo. Mali. Tashlin. Mondise. Fester. Wapi. Vinand. Kaba. Zengetwa. Zimemo. And lastly, Sinobuhle. Thank you, Dr. Kubasha. Dr. Fogati, you may be seated. Yeah, the next item that's going to follow is delivery by Dr. Kubasha. That's why I had her name in my tongue. She's going to deliver a message from learning and teaching, from learning and teaching. Okay, so 3.5 years from now, you're going to be repeating the exercise. That will be after crowning of a BPharm degree. All right, that was a name badge handing out. Once we are all seated, just the parents who are here, and even yourself, students, give yourself a big round of applause. All right, thanks very much. Moving on now to a message that is going to be delivered by Dr. Kubasha from Learning and Teaching. Dr. Kubasha has more than 20 years experience as a pharmacist, and she has worked in various sectors of pharmacy, almost all of them. She graduated with a BPharm degree, an MPharm degree, and a PhD from our university. She's also the previous HOD, and currently she's a senior lecturer in the pharmacy department. She also stream advisor for pharmacy practice. Other roles that Dr. Kubasha has is that she's a secretary of the Academy of Pharmaceutical Sciences of South Africa. She's also the member of the Specialist Task Team for Accreditation and Monitoring of the BPharm program and accreditation standards. She's also the evaluator for pharmacy support personnel at SAPC and QCTO. She's also the mentor for HARES, which is a higher education resource service, an organization that advances women and develops them in leadership positions, especially in higher education. She's also the NMU delegate and a committee member at TAU, which is a teaching advancement at universities. Over to you, Dr. Kubashe.
Good afternoon to my colleagues. Good afternoon to the parents that have graced us with their presence today. And most importantly, good afternoon to the most important people that are the reason that we are here. I don't think I'm going to be needing any introduction because mine is very easy, is to read a message from the Acting Director of Learning and Teaching in our faculty, Professor Smith. Maybe from a personal point of view, I can say just one word. As a pharmacist, a learning and teaching advisor, and a practicing pharmacist. The gift, or maybe the token, that was given by the department was well thought through. We were specific in choosing that one because every patient has a right to know who is treating them. So this is an SAPC requirement that every pharmacist that serves patients, they need to identify themselves because they do take responsibility for the treatment outcomes for all of our patients. So I'm going to be reading the pledge, the message from Professor Smith. It goes as follows. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty members and pharmacy students, it is my privilege as the Acting Health Science Learning and Teaching Director to address you. This is a significant moment in your lives, and I want to congratulate you on your decision to pursue the pharmacy profession, a profession that carries the responsibility of safeguarding the health and well-being of others. As you know, the oath is a promise that you make to uphold the highest standards of professional conduct. It is a commitment you make to yourselves, your patients, and the communities you will serve to put the welfare of your patients first and to always act in their best interest. Your oath is not a static declaration, but a living, breathing commitment. As you take this pledge, let it serve as a guiding light throughout your academic journey and your future career. May it remind you of the tremendous responsibility you carry as a pharmacist and the difference you can make in the lives of those you serve. At the heart of this oath lies the essence of what it truly means to be a pharmacist. Dedication to the highest standards of professionalism and ethics. You pledge to act with integrity, honesty, empathy towards every patient who entrusts their health to your care. You vow to respect the diversity of everyone, treating every person with compassion and dignity, regardless of their background. As you progress through your academic journey, remember that learning is a lifelong pursuit. Embrace the thirst for knowledge, for science, and healthcare because they are ever evolving in this field. Seek opportunities to expand your horizon, to stay updated with the latest advancements, and to be at the forefront of cutting-edge research. I know that I speak for all of the faculty and staff here when I say that we are confident that you will uphold the oath. You are talented and dedicated group of students, and we know that you will make a difference in the world. As the Learning and Teaching Director, I assure you that our faculty is committed to providing you with the best possible education. Our goal is to nurture your talents, cultivate critical thinking, and equip you with the skills necessary to excel in your future roles as pharmacists. In return, I urge you to be active participants in your education. Interact with your lecturers, ask questions, and seek clarification when needed. Embrace the challenges and the opportunities for growth that lie ahead. Remember that learning is not a passive process. It requires dedication, curiosity, and perseverance. I would like to share a few words of advice with you as you embark on this journey. First, always remember why you chose to become a pharmacist. Never stop learning. Be compassionate. Empower others. Always be professional, ethical, and trustworthy. You are representing the profession of pharmacy, and you need to uphold its highest standard and be a guiding light for your patients, helping them to make informed decisions for their well-being. As you stand on the threshold of this new chapter, I encourage you to support and uplift each other. Your peers will be your allies, your mentors, and your friends on this journey. Together, you can create a nurturing and collaborative learning environment that fosters growth and excellence. In conclusion, take this oath with sincerity, humility, and determination. May your passion for pharmacy and your dedication to this pledge guide you towards becoming excellent pharmacists who make a lasting and positive impact on the health and well-being of your patients and the communities you serve. May you embrace the journey of learning and teaching in pharmacy with enthusiasm and purpose, for you are the future of pharmacy in South Africa. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kubashe, for those wise words. You spoke of the essence of the oath, and you mentioned three things, that is dedication, honesty, and empathy to your patients. All right, moving on to the last item on the agenda, which is oath taking. I'm going to request that all BPharm 1 students, when I give the indication, get all your oaths in front of you, and then stand at the same time. How it will happen is that I'm going to lead it, and then you are going to read following me. So can we all please stand? Is everybody ready? All right. In the presence of friends, educators, and colleagues, I take this pledge as a pharmacy student within the Health Sciences Faculty of Nelson Mandela University.
In the presence of friends, educators, and colleagues, I take this pledge as a pharmacy student within the Health Sciences Faculty of Nelson Mandela University.
I pledge to uphold the university and faculty's values as I embark on developing myself into a professional in service of society.
I pledge to uphold the university and
In my pursuit to becoming an excellent healthcare professional, I promise to uphold the values embraced by the Nelson Mandela University throughout my journey towards becoming the full version of myself.
In my pursuit to becoming an excellent health professional, I promise to uphold the values embraced by Nelson Mandela University throughout my journey towards becoming the full version of myself.
I promise to uphold the faculty's values of integrity, professionalism, excellence, accountability, social responsiveness, and resilient wellness.
And I promise to uphold the faculty's values of integrity, professionalism, excellence, accountability, social responsiveness, and resilient wellness.
I will maintain the ethical standards of the profession of pharmacy as the custodian of medicine and whose practice is underpinned by the principles of pharmaceutical care.
I will maintain the ethical standards of the profession of pharmacy as the custodian of medicine and whose practice is underpinned by the principles of pharmaceutical care.
I will do my best to understand and respect my academic and personal responsibilities, express my beliefs and views in a respectful and constructive manner, understand and respect my duty to serve others and the environment that I share with others.
I will do my best to understand and respect my academic and personal responsibilities, express my beliefs and views in a respectful and constructive manner, understand and respect my duty to serve others and the environment that I share with others.
I will strive to be a reflective student, using every opportunity presented to me to develop in my profession without fail or misconduct.
I will strive to be a reflective student, using every opportunity presented to me to develop in my profession without fail or misconduct.
I will honor those who teach and mentor me, as well those who guide my practical skill development.
I will honor those who teach and mentor me, as well as those who guide my practical skill development.
I will continuously embark on learning with gratitude and humility. In this, I will not be swayed by greed, prejudice, or selfish ego in the practice of my profession.
I will continuously embark on learning with gratitude and humility. In this, I will not be swayed by greed, prejudice, or selfish ego in the practice of my profession.
I will respect my professional values and communities within which I learn and present myself with integrity that is demonstrable for a pharmacy student.
I will respect my professional values and the communities within which I learn and present myself with the integrity that is demonstrable for a pharmacy student.
I will apply myself towards developing conscientiousness and sensitivity towards social justice and equality, and I will strive towards internalizing a humanizing approach to those I work with.
I will apply myself towards developing consciousness and sensitivity
That's a big word. I will continue to pursue the same excellence in which I learn, and in honor, I will continue the pursuit of innovative, current, and relevant knowledge, and I will share my knowledge with future colleagues and all who are in want or in need of it.
I will continue to pursue the same excellence in which I learn, and in honor, I will continue the pursuit of innovative, current, and relevant knowledge, and share my knowledge with future colleagues and all who are in want or in need of it.
I will act with enduring respect for the dignity of human life. Foremost in my mind will be compassion, respect, and integrity, and an impartial care for my patients.
I will act with enduring respect for the dignity of human life. Foremost in my mind will be compassion, respect, and integrity, and an impartial care for my patients.
I will hold sacred the trust of my patients and respect the information that they confide in me.
I will hold sacred the trust of my patients and respect the information that they confide in me.
Finally, I will do all in my power to help my patients reach physical, mental, and spiritual health and I will strive for this balance in my own life.
Finally, I will do all in my power to help my patients reach physical, mental, and spiritual health, and I will strive for this balance in my own life.
May I always have the courage and character to hold these principles sacred from this day forward as I place myself into the service of humankind. This oath I make solemnly, freely, and upon my honor.
May I always have the courage and character to hold these principles sacred from this day forward as I place myself into the service of humankind. This oath I make solemnly, freely, and upon my honor.
Well done. You can something. You may be seated. Right. The last item basically on the program is for me now to thank everybody who's here. Firstly, I would like to thank Prof. Tuta, the keynote speaker. She's already there. I also thank our acting HOD, Dr. Fogarty. I would also like to thank Dr. Kubashe for delivering the learning and teaching message from the internet. And also I would like to thank our special guests. We've got here Dr. Kolvaldia, who is the acting HOD from the Department of Human Movement Sciences. I would also like to thank other colleagues that I'm not mentioning, thank our parents for coming, and also thanking my colleagues in the pharmacy department for sparing time to come and join us here. And in terms of media, thank you very much, Ms. Anya Nivold, for gracing us today, and the organizing team, Mrs. Berry, and Ms. Delisa Pumazela, thank you very much, colleagues. You didn't do it alone. Obviously, you were assisted by Ms. Aisha P.S. You were also assisted by Mr. Geze and Noxiba. I would also like to thank PEPSA, who's always available and willing whenever we need them, under the guidance of this Celeste Nodier. Thanks, everyone. We can adjourn. You must have a good weekend. Just got a note from Mrs. Berry now to say that she's prepared a very wonderful meal